Hello, hello. Who is here? Well, this live stream officially starts at 9:05, so we have 2-ish minutes chatting, hang out, and yeah, shoot your questions if you have any. Oh, hello, Fiona. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the live feature on YouTube, so bear with me if any technical issue comes up. Um, I don't think my AirPod is working. Okay. I'm just going to use the built-in microphone. Can you hear me all right? Oh, East Coast, cool. So it's almost like, well, it's past midnight for you. Is it too late? It's too early? Okay, excellent. Well, I don't know how many people are going to join, but if not, you guys have me for 15 minutes. Ask away any questions. And seems like we have 2 people on it. I don't know who the other person is. Say hi if you would like. I'm just going to poke around the UI and see what is here. Interesting. 3 people, nice. Hello, hello. Anything I can make this chat more exciting? Maybe I should play some music in the background next time. Let's see. Manage. I don't have access to this feature. Interesting. Well, all right, we officially hit 9:05. So for the 3 of you out there, if you're watching, any question regarding to UX, regarding to career planning, portfolio, resume, cover letter, or anything that I can help you with, shoot a question in the chat and I will answer it like live. Yeah, if you have anything, put in the chat. If there's anything you want me to ramble about, also put it in the chat. Okay, let me you know, I got a question. Let me finish this sentence real quick. Hello, hello. Remember you, new friend here. Shoot the question, and I will. Okay, any recommendation for career transition? What I guess there are a few ways to look at this and a few answers that I have. First of all, I guess my question is, what are you trying to transition from, or like, what are you right now, and are you planning to transition from your current role to UX? Any particular thing in UX you want to transition into, like user research or a more generic UX designer, product designer, or more visual focus, motion focus? Finance, visual product design. Okay. So, okay. Let me answer this first. So, product designers work pretty closely to product manager, which is more on the the business, the finance side, which is you have prior knowledge of, which is a good thing, so you know how the business work. Because ultimately, a product designer will be in a company to help build products that actually sell to consumers. So the company makes money. That's the value designers could bring to the table. Focus on users, help them complete their tasks, and in return, the user will pay for the service, pay for the product. So it's good that you have that background that will help you later on, especially when you get into later in the career. Oh, Eli, hello, interesting, nice to see you joining. Um, and then from the designer standpoint, there are always things that you need to have to transition when you transition into UX, no matter what background you are, and no matter what kind of designer you want to be ultimately. So one is the main thing of a designer is that you really should have your portfolio put together, a super nicely polished, well done portfolio. And to do that, so I'm gonna go backtrack, reverse engineer it to where you are right now. You will need to have a great portfolio. You know, to have a great portfolio, you need to have good projects. You know, to have good projects, you need to understand design, UX design, in and out, the process, and how to craft, how to execute all those UIs. And the product side, the business side, you kind of have that knowledge, which is good. And then to get get the knowledge of design process and UI execution. That's what you need to learn, basically. There are a few places, some of the non-YouTuber, some of the audience that watch my channel that I know of, they do the Google certificate program. I think that program with Coursera, I think that one walks you through the fundamentals, the backbone of UX pretty well. It's like the process part that you can get that um, done pretty nicely. Is it is it mandatory? Is it required to take those classes? I don't think so. You can, I think, pretty much find resources over the internet. A lot of the answers are actually out there. The difficult part is just how to find that information. And I think when you search for UX design process, that should give you some answer to that. And then in terms of UI execution, the transition mainly come into your practicing those elements, do more projects, and then once you're getting to do more projects, you get to know what kind of UI and design you are going to have, what kind of requirement will be, what are the constraints imposed by your timeline or your product manager if you're working with them. Um, at the end of the day, practice makes perfect, so you need to really spend time practicing executing the UI, and also look at a lot of the great UI designs. Get yourself familiar with those patterns, with those visuals, so you kind of have that impression of what good design, what good UI look like. So when you actually dive into your own work, that's when you understand what that is. Let's see. You're helping a startup build a commerce website now, but they don't have a software engineer and they want you to build it on Spotify. That's very interesting. I guess they don't really understand the difference between designers and engineers. Yeah, that's kind of hilarious. I don't. I guess you would just need to let them know, hey, I'm a designer. I design the best experience. I don't have a technical background of coding it. I guess that's how we'll do it. But I guess I don't know. Build on Shopify. I guess Shopify, the Shopify web builder thing is not like super engineering focused or driven. You can just set it up really quickly. I think they try to make the web building experience as easy as possible. You don't need a web engineer to make the website. So I guess you can poke around and put together a website or Squarespace. You just click a little buttons and tweak the parameters, and then you can get to the website that you want. Yeah, nothing crazy there. But I guess if they really want something that is robust and super custom, and they do need an engineer to work on it, there's no better way to sugarcoat the technicality of it. It is important to have engineers on the startup team. Yeah, Fiona, I don't know if I have answered your question right in terms of recommendation to transition career from finance to product design. Do you have any follow-up questions based on my answers? And I actually have no idea who is online right now because it keeps saying unstable connection. Let's see, could this be a potential project that you're able to consider in job interview? Good question. You are building a website, you are designing it, but at the same time, I would say no, because this project, this Shopify project, is mainly you're using a template to design things. But in the real world, if you want to interview at a startup that is actually hiring a product designer, they will want you to walk you through your design process from the beginning to an end, like from nothing to an app that you completely design, mostly from scratch, not using some sort of website builder or these kind of tools to put things together. They're more looking for designers that can open up Figma or Sketch with a blank canvas, and then you put together UIs and flows that actually works and suit the need and business goals for the company. To some degree, the Shopify while building a website with Shopify, you are kind of designing it, like where to place the button, where to put the window, where to put the label, what is the hero image is like. But those are more like a lot of the things are predefined and constrained by the Shopify web builder UI. So that's not the best project to present. Yeah, in a portfolio project that you can talk about in a job interview is mostly you have a problem that you're solving, and then you use your design skills, you do your research, you go into Figma, your sketch, building on the UI, test with users, and then you iterate, keep iterating, keep doing all that testing, prototype, refine your UI, and then you have your final polish product. And then you have a whole story to tell when you go into the interview. And that's something that the recruiters or hiring managers, especially hiring managers, are looking for. I've been interviewing candidates for quite a while now, so I kind of that's why I know what I'm looking for and what I'm expecting from the candidates. Yeah, maybe that's too long of an answer to your question. Anybody else who is online that I have not met yet? Hello. I don't know if you guys are new. I actually don't know who is online. I think the YouTube live should show like who's here and who's not. Any questions from anybody else? You guys have the floor. Just drop it onto the chat. And I'm gonna keep poking around the UI and see what I can find here. See order. Yeah, I'm just sending random emojis. Food. Anything, any questions, or just topics for me to keep rambling for the next 3 minutes? Eli, I don't know if you're still online, if you have anything, or Saru, correct me if I say your name wrong. See you. Thank you for your answer. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Yeah, if you have more questions, let me know. And Fiona, one recommendation for the transitioning is I mentioned looking at good UIs. I have made a video about like where to find like 5 sources for good visual design or something like that. You can take a look at that one because I have like 5 different places or website that you can poke around and see great UI, great visual design that help you kind of form your your impression and paint your inner taste, sharpen up and build up your taste in what is good, what is great, and all that. So that should be helpful for you down the road. Cool. Anything else? Anybody? Last 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know and expect too many people to join, but yeah, let's make it a small intimate group that we can ask more questions and longer responses. All right, last minute, final question. Who wants to take the floor? Drum roll. Drum roll. Anybody, any questions? Last chance. Any sites, any websites, any site do you recommend for real life projects? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by any sites? A simple project can be you are cooking in the kitchen and then you realized your microwave is what's a good example? Let's say you have a washing machine at home and then you don't know well, imagine you need a mobile app to connect to your washing machine to tell you the status of the washing machine so they can properly notify you, or you can change the cycle, change the setting. What is that experience is like? Like one example, you can really find a lot of issues and problems in real life and then frame your own problem brief, and then you can start tackling it. Let's see. Through that is definitely one for me. Okay, thank you for time. Yeah, thanks the 3 of you joining. It's now 9:20, so I'm gonna close this stream, and I guess I'll try to have more of this on Saturday and see who can join, who can make it, who cannot make it. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email, which you can find in the About tab in my channel. So have a good night, everybody. Cheers.